All right, y'all, so I'm gonna walk you guys through another travel vlog. So we are in Raleigh heading to Pennsylvania, but we had to make a stop at Newark, New Jersey, which I've never been to. Really different experience. You can already tell, bro, I was not going for it, bro. Travel days are super duper long when I'm on the road filming, and there's kind of no way around it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of get with it or get lost, basically. So I'm trying to get used to it and get comfortable in the airport, but it has not worked out yet. So here's a really long travel experience. I wish I could show you guys the time, but I low-key forgot. I'm not gonna lie. So as you can see, it's 1 o'clock. I was actually heading to Allentown, and here's me traveling through the airport. Mind you guys, I'm 19, bro. I've never done this before, never flown this much. I think this is probably like my 4th or 5th flight of 2025. So you could tell I'm low-key losing it, you know what I'm saying? But hopped on another bus or whatever, which was crazy. That was the first time I ever done that, but we rode a bus to the actual hotel where I was staying at. And I ended up staying with the team. So this week I was shooting with Cosmic Baseball and also Austin Schultz. Shout out my guy for getting me out there and just having an awesome opportunity to film with him in Pennsylvania. But we finally made it, and there's just a little intro to the travel day. Like the video. Let's get into the vlog.
Mega super duper fun.
I can't wait till hire Isaiah for Nashville.
Alright guys, so I wanted to go through a couple things that I was touching on this morning. I've been up for like, I don't know, almost 2 hours now, just kind of reading, writing, and reflecting. I think it's important to do it no matter where you are, because that's what God does for us. He reaches us no matter where we are, whether we're the greatest Christian or we've been far from Him for a long time. He's still accessible. So I try to make sure I read, you know, no matter where I go. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? So Isaiah 55 verse 6, seek the Lord while he may be found, call on him while he is near. Verse 7 says, let the wicked forsake their ways and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord and he will have mercy on them. And to our God, he will freely pardon. I read this today because I feel like seeking God is very conditional for a lot of Christians, and even myself. You know, we want to seek him when it feels right. We want to seek him at church. We want to seek him when things are going great, but it's the moment, you know, things aren't really looking as we thought. We tend to run away, you know what I'm saying? And if you look in the Bible, a lot of times God asks us to seek him. He doesn't say run to other things or other people. It says come to me or cast your cares on me. He's always wanting us to come close, but we always draw away, you know, whether that be fear of shame or, you know, frustration, or we feel like it's not working, but like you didn't give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I had a bunch of notes that I wanted to take from this, a bunch of thoughts while I'm reading. So a lot of times I'm reading, I'm analyzing, but I'm also reflecting, because like what good is it to not find yourself in the verse? You know what I'm saying? Here's a couple things I came up with, and I think it's really important, you know what I'm saying, as we go forward. So when you feel that tug, respond. Stop looking for a deeper sign and give him credit. This came up because I feel like sometimes we have things happen and good things happen, and we don't ever want to give God credit, whether that be because of people or just because of our own thoughts or whatever. Like God could do 1,000 things for you and you'll still be like, I just worked hard, or yeah, I just took time, but that's not true. That's God moving in your life. It's okay. It's okay to tell people like God has been looking out for you. Alright boys, so we're in Pennsylvania now, down and settled. I had a full film day yesterday with Austin and some of the guys. I didn't really get to talk as much, which is okay. Like I wasn't too worried, honestly. I'd been moving around all day. Right now it's about 9:30. I've been out here since 7:30 in the morning. I've just been reading the Bible, continuing to see God, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be conditional, and that's what I just talked about on my Bible study channel, but learning to really seek him, you know what I'm saying? I'm 9-10 hours away from home, and I won't go back for 2 more days, but God is still moving. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But besides the point, pretty solid night yesterday. Really long travel day. I got up at like 6:45. I got in my Uber at 7:10, and then I went over to the airport, as you guys could see by the voiceover and everything. Really crazy, really hectic, but really awesome. Today we won't have to go to the field until around 1 o'clock. I may find a place to try and get a lift in. I did chop up a quick little reel yesterday. I'll post that on here just so you guys can kind of see what I'm working on.
We're out here in Lehigh Valley, Cosmic Baseball. I'm partnered with Warstick. They're kind enough to send me a bat. I took some nukes. They say it's the Indian, not the arrow. But when you got the best arrows in the game, it's a lot of damage. Shout out War Stick, my guys.
Stayed in the locker room till like 11:45 last night. Got Waffle House at 12 a.m. and just kind of hung out with some of the guys and stuff. So I'm really grateful just to be here and make the most of the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, that is presented to me. I'm gonna head inside because I've been out here for 2 hours, freaking been diving in. I'll be honest, a lot of times when you come out here, because it's just me, it can feel very lonely, a little isolating at times too, because you don't always have company, you know what I'm saying? You don't always have like those like-minded people everywhere you go. That's why it's important to stay rooted and continue to be who you are and not just the way the crowd moves. If you guys are new here, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's just keep it pushing.
Jazz is the order. Jazz is
I'm like wheeled around and like it's gonna fall apart. Good work, boys.
Alright, y'all, so right now they're about to have the little block party and the VIP party. So I'm gonna start filming basically everything for Austin. We're gonna try to have a good time if I can find my way through the stadium. Another day, brother.
Life, my guy, my brother.
Joe boys, we're back home. I traveled all day yesterday. I left the hotel around 10 a.m. I had to take a bus to Newark from Allentown, Pennsylvania, because it's a small airport. It was a whole day, bro. I got back home probably at like 9:30, 9:45. It's gonna be for the next vlog and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to decompress because I have to go to Alabama on Friday. And then I have Austin's video that I want to knock out. And then I'll send out a couple clips, stuff like that. Just try to get, you know what I'm saying, get everything clean and squared away before we head out. I'm gonna do a Q&A. Got a couple questions right here. I'm gonna answer a couple of these. Do you plan on going back to college to play ball? Have any idea on where? Right now, not really. I honestly have been having some thoughts about playing the cosmic ball. You know, some sort of banana ball, or I'm just not sure. I don't know. The way college baseball is set up, that is the only thing you can do. And honestly, where I'm at right now, that's not really what I want to pursue. I've really been enjoying traveling and filming and, you know, making my videos because I still get to train and do all that stuff. It's on me, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to go through anybody to do some of the things I'm doing. So a little more freedom. And I know that if I, you know, go play college baseball, then I can't do any of that. I'm not that passionate, you know what I'm saying, to be ready to do that right now. So right now, no. And probably going forward, no. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish out all my school and, you know what I'm saying, handle all that. What do you think your disconnect was with baseball? When do you think you stopped completely all out loving playing? I think my biggest setback baseball wise was definitely at UNCW, taking that red shirt, just being, you know, kind of uncertain going throughout that time and knowing that I was still doing YouTube and stuff like that. So it's like you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like baseball was the only thing I was doing, but it was a piece, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was probably the hardest time. That was probably the first time I was like, you know what, like, I don't, you know, I'm not with this. And there's just a lot that had went on that I felt out the loop. Felt like my baseball and who I was just disconnected. And then everything after that has just been me trying to build it back up. I ain't really quite build it how I want to, you know what I'm saying? The relationship with baseball for real. What are your metrics? Exit velo, 60-yard and stuff. My exit velo highest ever is like 102. My 60-yard dash, I run a 6.6. I don't know if I still run it. I probably still do run a 6.6, but I mean, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I haven't sprinted like that in a minute. Infield velo, my hardest was 88. Got that at like a pro day. You know, those are just metrics. No, they don't mean too much. And last question, what's the biggest lesson you've learned while being in Christ? I think learning how to give grace to other people, learning how to genuinely love people despite what they did to you, or despite what you heard about them, or whatever it might be. Like, you got to learn how to give grace as God gives you. And then you have to learn. Sometimes we like to pick and choose when we want to be more like Jesus. And the more you read, the more you learn. So spending more time in the Word and really understanding what God wants of us has been a big deal. So really, yeah, grace and love. Learning how to give grace and learning how to love how Jesus does. Probably been my biggest lesson. But I'm tired. Uploading a video right now, and I gotta get to editing. I'll see you guys next video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I'll see y'all boys.